Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a airport update on Washington Dulles International Airport. This airport has like four concourses, or five concourses, and we're going to be covering all of them today. So hope you enjoy, and yeah, we're going to start off at Concourse A and end at Concourse Z. Guys, to start off Concourse A, to start off the entire airport update, actually, we've got an Emirates Airlines Airbus A380-800. He's going to be operating flight 232 to Dubai. Moving on to the aircraft right next to that, we've got an Air France Boeing 787-9. He's going to be operating flight 55 to Paris Charles de Gaulle. And right next to that, we've got another Boeing 787. This one is operating for Ethiopian Airlines. And he's going to be operating flight 501 to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Here right next to that, we've got an Etihad Airways Boeing 787-9. He's going to be heading out to Abu Dhabi in the UAE as flight 130. Moving on to the other side of Concourse A, we have got a Korean Air Boeing 787-9. He's going to be operating flight number 94 to Seoul's Incheon International Airport in South Korea. Moving on, we've got a KLM Boeing 787-9. He's going to be operating flight 652 to Amsterdam, Netherlands. Right next to that, we've got a Turkish Airlines Boeing 787-9. He's going to be heading out to Istanbul, Turkey as flight number 8. Here, wrapping up Concourse A, we've got a Virgin Atlantic Boeing 787-9. He's going to be heading out to London Heathrow as flight 22. So yeah, that does conclude Concourse A. So next we'll move on to Concourse B, which has a few more international routes, and then it has all the domestic routes other than the United domestic flights. So yeah, we'll move on to Concourse B right now. So right here, starting off Concourse B, we've got an Air India Boeing 787-8. He's going to be heading out to Delhi, India as flight 104. Here we've got an ANA Boeing 787-9. He's going to be operating flight 101 to Tokyo's Haneda International Airport in Japan. Right here we've got an Avianca Boeing 787-8. He's going to be heading out to Bogota, Colombia as flight number 247, I think, yeah. And right here, where my finger is pointing, we've got a British Airways Boeing 787-8. He's going to be operating flight 217 to London Heathrow, United Kingdom. Right next to the British Airways, we've got a Lufthansa Airbus A350-900. He's going to be operating flight 419 to Frankfurt, Germany. Right here we've got a Qatar Airways Boeing 787-8. He's going to be heading out to Doha, Qatar as flight number 710. And here, concluding all the international flights for Concourse A and B, we have a Royal Air Maroc Boeing 787-8. He's going to be heading out to Casablanca, Morocco. So yeah, that does conclude the international departures at Concourse A and B. And then the next time you'll see international departures is going to be at Concourse D, which are all the United Airlines internationals. So yeah. So right here, starting off the domestics, we have an Alaska Boeing 737-800. He's going to be heading out to Los Angeles, California as flight 310. And right here we've got another Alaska Boeing 737-800. He's going to be heading out to San Diego, California as flight number 322. And here, wrapping up the Alaska Airlines section, we have an Alaska Boeing 737-800. He's going to be heading out to Seattle, Washington as flight 348. And here, starting off with the Deltas, we have a Delta Boeing 737-800. He's going to be heading out to Atlanta, Georgia as flight number 2549. So yeah, this is a 767, but I'm using it as a 737 to make things more realistic, because you wouldn't see only Delta 767s here, so I'm going to use this as a 737. So yeah. Next to that, we've got a Delta Boeing 737-800. He's going to be heading out to Boston, Massachusetts at flight 8945. Here we have another Delta Boeing 737-800. He's going to be heading out to Cleveland, Ohio at flight 8841. We have another Delta Boeing 737-800. He's going to be heading out to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at flight 8938. Right here we have another Delta Boeing 737-800. He's going to be heading out to Seattle, Washington as flight 544. And here, wrapping up Delta Airlines, we have a Delta Boeing 737-800. He's going to be heading out to Salt Lake City, Utah as flight 884. Here we have a Southwest Boeing 737-800. He's going to be heading out to Baltimore, Maryland as flight 8547. And here, wrapping up the Southwest, we have a Boeing 737-800. He's going to be heading out to Denver, Colorado as flight 2333. Here, wrapping up Concourse B, we have an American Airlines Boeing 777-200. He's going to be heading out to Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas as flight 1863. So yeah, that does conclude Concourse B. Next, we're going to move on to Concourse C and then D. C and D only have United, so you'll see all the interesting United routes, like the domestic routes and the international. So yeah, it'll be pretty cool. So yeah, next up we'll do Concourse C. Alright guys, right here, starting off Concourse C, we've got a United Airlines Boeing 757-200. He's going to be heading out to Atlanta, Georgia as flight 1940. Oh yeah, and just saying, all the aircrafts at Concourse C are 757s. And then we'll have the 787s at Concourse D. So yeah, all of these will be 757s. And here we have a 757-200 operating flight 381 to Austin, Texas. The next 757 is operating flight 352 to Boston, Massachusetts. Here we have a United Boeing 757-200 heading out to Charlotte, North Carolina as flight 1412. Here we have another United Boeing 757-200. He's going to be heading out to Chicago O'Hare International Airport in Illinois as flight 2497. And here we have another 757 operating flight 2706 to Cleveland, Ohio. Here we have another United 757 operating flight 2116 to Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. Right here we've got another 757. He's going to be heading out to Detroit, Michigan as flight 2701. Next to that we've got another 757-200. He's going to be heading out to Fort Lauderdale, Florida as flight 562. Right here we've got a 757-200 making flight 754 to Hayden. Right here we've got another 757-200. He's going to be heading out to Jacksonville, Florida as flight 678. And here we've got another 757-200 heading to Key West as flight 478. And here we've got a 757-200 operating flight 1073 to Miami, Florida. Here, moving on to the other side of Concourse C, we've got a United 757-200 operating flight 2707 to Minneapolis. And here we have a 757 operating flight 506 to Nashville, Tennessee. Here we have a United 757-200, again operating flight 2253 to New Orleans, Louisiana. Here we've got another 757 operating flight 507 to Newark, New Jersey. And here operating flight 2659 to Norfolk, we've got a United Boeing 757-200. And here, we've got a 757-200 operating flight 379 to Orlando, Florida. And here we've got another 757-200 operating flight 1938 to Phoenix, Arizona. Here we've got another 757 operating flight 1322 to Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina. Right here we've got another 757-200 operating flight 1869 to San Antonio, Texas. And here we've got a United 757-200 operating flight 204 to Sarasota, Florida. And here we've got a United 757-200 operating flight 326 to Seattle, Washington. Here wrapping up Concourse C, we've got a United 757-200 operating flight 618 to Tampa, Florida. So yeah, that does conclude Concourse C. Now we'll move on to Concourse D. Concourse D is still only United, but we'll see all the wide-body domestic departures and the narrow-body and wide-body international departures as well. So we've got a lot of cool routes to cover. So yeah. So starting off Concourse D with the domestic wide-body departures, we've got a United Boeing 787-9. He's going to be operating flight 1366 to Denver, Colorado. Next to that, we've got another 787-9 operating flight 345 to Honolulu, Hawaii. Here we've got another United 787-9 operating flight 1587 to Houston George Bush Intercontinental Airport in Texas. And here we've got a 787-9 heading to Las Vegas, Nevada as flight 780. And here we've got another United 787-9. He's going to be heading out to Los Angeles, California as flight 2276. Here we've got another 787-9 operating flight 1930 to San Diego, California. Here wrapping up the United domestic flights, we've got a Boeing 787-9 operating flight 277 to San Francisco, California. Next up, we'll move on to the narrow-body United international departures. So starting off the international departures with the narrow-body international departures, which are all 757-200s, we've got a United 757-200 operating flight 346 to Princess Juliana Airport in the Netherlands. We've got another United 757-200 headed to Nassau, Bahamas as flight 1262. And here we've got another United 757-200. He's going to be operating flight 1194 to San Salvador, El Salvador. And here we've got a United 757-200 again, operating flight 1618 to Cancun, Mexico. We're moving on to the other side of Concourse D, wrapping up the narrow-body international departures. We've got a United Boeing 757-200 operating flight 1566 to Mexico City, Mexico. Here, starting off the wide-body international departures, we've got a United Boeing 787-9 operating flight 950 to Brussels, Belgium. This next United 787-9 is going to be operating flight 861 to Sao Paulo, Brazil. Here, operating flight 915 to Paris Charles de Gaulle International Airport in France, we've got a United Boeing 787-9. Operating flight 932 to Frankfurt, Germany, we've got yet another United 787-9. Here we've got another United Boeing 787-9. He's going to be operating flight 996 to Accra, Ghana. And here operating flight 108 to Munich in Germany as well, we've got a United Boeing 787-9. And here we've got another United Boeing 787-9. He's going to be operating flight 803 to Tokyo's Haneda International Airport in Japan. And here operating flight 5:25 to Amman International Airport in Jordan, we've got another United Boeing 787-9. Here we've got a United Boeing 787-9. He's going to be operating flight 946 to Amsterdam Schiphol International Airport in the Netherlands. And here we've got another United Boeing 787-9. He's going to be operating flight 918 to London Heathrow in the United Kingdom. And on the top there, wrapping up Concourse D, we've got a United Airlines Boeing 787-9 again. He's going to be operating flight 2222 to Cape Town, South Africa. We have a United Boeing 787-9. He's going to be heading out to Geneva, Switzerland as flight 975. Here we have a United Boeing 757-200. He's going to be heading out to San Francisco, California as flight 2626. Right behind that we have a United Boeing 787-9. He's going to be heading out to Barcelona, Spain as flight 991. Here taking off we have a British Airways Boeing 787-8 operating flight 216 to London Heathrow, England. Starting off with the planes taxiing on the west part of Washington Dulles, we have a Delta Boeing 737-800. He's going to be heading out to Atlanta, Georgia as flight 1394. Here wrapping up the airport update, we have a Southwest Boeing 737-800. Here he's going to be heading out to Denver, Colorado as flight 3164. That does wrap up today's airport update. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one.